Ulrich Spiesshofer of ABB is here with us to take us through where does India stand in his entire global scheme of things when he is talking of the next level of growth for ABB Global. Thanks a lot, Mr. Spiesshofer, for sparing time for CNBC TV 18. You spoke of the next level of growth drivers and how you would be transforming ABB. Where does India stand? Considering the demand environment is still sluggish, have you seen some bit of demand environment pick up in the Indian market?
Look, if you look at India, we look at India from a very long-term perspective. It's one of the largest economies in the world. It's one of the longest-term activities of ABB. We are in India since more than 100 years serving customers with our offering across our entire portfolio. I see India in the following way. If you look at the infrastructure and at the utility side, there are significant investments coming. There are significant projects going on. You know that we are at the moment completing the Northeast Agra project, where we bring 6 gigawatt of power from the Himalaya hydropower down in the central region of Agra. And that project is going very successful. I expect more of these activities to come in the future, and we are strongly positioned in that field. On the industry side, the productivity and the Make in India program that Prime Minister Modi has launched, I can only support that fully. ABB is ideally positioned to really work with India on its competitiveness through our automation solutions, which I think is very strong. If I look at the transport sector, whether it's the Indian Railway or the ambition to go into electric vehicles, India has a very steep ambition for 2030 on electric vehicles. Altogether, we are a long-term partner, and I think we are ideally positioned.
But most of what you've spoken is from the public investment space. So is that what is picking up? Do you, in the near term, see any private investment pick up? And how is the scenario as far as large-scale orders are concerned?
If you look at the private sector, with our robotics business, we gain orders in the automotive space and also in the electronics area. We are participating in buildings in India with our home electrification offering. So it's a mix between large government-driven and more private customers and industrial B2B customer-driven consumption. Altogether, I would characterize at the moment the situation that some of the segments are very nicely prospering and going in the right direction. Some others at the moment are a bit subdued, especially the process industries, but we have been around for many years. We are not getting nervous about it. We will stay in India.
The Indian government is pushing big time as far as the industrial solar parks are concerned. What are the specific opportunities that are lined in for ABB in that project?
Look, solar in India is a business that puts a big smile on my face, because half of the installed base of solar inverters in India, half, has been provided by ABB over the last years. Now, if you look at the ramp-up of the capacity in India on the solar install base, it's mind-boggling. It's coming very, very quickly. We have a fully localized value chain. We have a strong team locally. So out of the 5-6 gigawatt that is out there today and up and running, we have done already half. And I would expect a very significant double-digit growth rate in that sector over the years to come.
In your Tuesday's presentation, you outlined how you would be transforming the power grids business, and you're targeting a 10 to 14% of EBITDA margin growth till 2018. Where does India stand in this entire scheme of things? How much would India be contributing as far as this target is concerned?
Well, India has always been a very strong pillar of our success in power grids, whether it's the large projects that we have done, whether it's the very, very competitive product offering that we have in our plants in Nashik, in Baroda, in other places where we produce locally. We have fully localized our offering. We are one of the strongest local players in the power grid space with our offering. The team is well established. We are using that offering not only to provide India for India, we are also exporting from India to South Asia and to the Middle East. So India is becoming more and more a very important hub for us in this area. Any
numbers that you would want to?
No.
All right. Talking of mergers and acquisitions, that has been one way that you've grown the company. Yeah. In Indian market particularly, is there something that you're eyeing right now to push up and latch on to your growth numbers?
Look, in all of our businesses, in all of our markets, we're actively looking for areas where we could successfully deploy capital at attractive returns for mergers and acquisitions. India is definitely one of the areas. Now, if you look at the moment at the Indian stock market, it's pretty hot and companies are valued pretty highly. So we will stay disciplined. But yes, absolutely, we're also looking in India for areas to complement ABB's capabilities.
And which would be those areas that you've outlined for now, and any kitty that you've prepared in terms of money that you would be spending in India?
Well, as you know, ABB is a company that has a very, very rich war chest, and we are very strongly positioned from a balance sheet perspective. But if you look at the three buckets, if you look at the product area, if we would ever go and acquire on the product side, it would be probably a local product for the local market that complements what we have. If I look at software, there are tremendous software capabilities in India, both on the engineering side, but also on application software. This could be a field where we are looking. So we are active out there. Our country manager, Sanjeev Sharma, who is an Indian colleague, doing a fantastic job there. He is coming with ideas, and when the time is right, we will also act.
Talking of the technology part of it, India has also become the startup capital of the world. Would your venture capital fund look at funding some of those tech startups?
We are active with ABB Technology Ventures. That's a venture fund that I set up in my previous role in ABB in 2009. It is a successful way of attracting interesting insights into technology. We have just recently opened our activity in India, so yes, absolutely, especially also around software, around artificial intelligence. I'm quite excited. I will be soon in India again, and there will be a significant amount of my time going also visiting younger companies, which are quite exciting as an opportunity for ABB to work with.
ABB India revenues have hovered somewhere between $1.3 to $1.5 billion. How do you anticipate it growing, let's say, in the next 5 years time frame? Do you see it doubling?
If you take in ABB in India, it has really been a success story. We have localized a lot of our activities. We have deployed significant capital to have world-class factories in India serving the local market. We will continue that pattern. I would expect our India business to grow ahead of the economy. And since the Indian economy is one with the highest growth rates in the world, Sanjeev needs to do a good job to grow very strongly.
How much would exports contribute that then in the next 3 to 4 years' time? I remember 2 years back when we spoke, you'd given a big target as far as export ramp-up was concerned.
Look, given the situation of the markets around South Asia and the Middle East at the moment, Middle East is subdued in certain spending. We have not really achieved everything that we want to do, but we have good momentum, we have good capability, the supply chain is set up. So this is and remains a priority in the future to get India also stronger going as an export hub. The quality coming out of the country is increasing every day. I'm really proud of what our Indian team has achieved already.
Just as a last question, the $3 billion share buyback that you've announced, would India be one of the beneficiaries of that? You went through the same process a couple of years ago, but that time India did not make it. Would India be part of that?
The way we run the program is it's related to the ABB stock overall, the global stock. So India, we will not buy back stock in ABB India.
All right, sir. Thanks a lot for sparing time with CNBC TV 18. Thank you.